I greet you this evening in the spirit of strategy, in the language of solidarity, and in the legacy of struggle. It is my prayer that our shared time this weekend is not just another conference. It is a clarion call in a season of chaos, a summons amid the swirl of crises, a rally where truth trembles, foundations fracture, and futures feel frayed. Because let's tell the truth, we are living in Donald Trump's America again, where lies wear red hats and parade as patriotism, where white nationalism no longer hides in hoods, but struts the halls of Congress, where the Supreme Court rolls back our rights while the rich roll in even more riches, where poor are demonized, the immigrant is criminalized, and the worker is pulverized. So I pose an ancient question, a question that is as old as America itself, an inconvenient question. What kind of democracy are we in if we fear offending Pharaoh? I didn't come to entertain you with slogans. I came with the wounds of resistance and rebellion and the urgency of a people who've been pushed to the edge of death and still refuse to die. I'm not just a pastor, I'm a former Amazon warehouse worker that led a rebellion and resistance of workers in Garner, North Carolina, a student of the Black prophetic tradition, a son of the red clay and righteous rage, and I've lived inside the belly of the beast. Inside Amazon's RDU1 fulfillment center, you walk 15 to 25 miles a day chasing a quota you didn't set. And while the bosses watches your every breath like they're the FBI. You move with mechanical precision, but you ain't a machine. You just ain't allowed to be a human being. Management tells workers that your family until your back goes out, your child gets sick, your knee gives in, or your voice gets loud, and Lord help you if you ask for a break, because the break room is a myth and your name is just a number in the system that measures worth by how fast you can scan a box. And then you leave that warehouse, but the weight doesn't leave you, because outside those walls are just a different kind of plantation. You got a full-time job, but no groceries in your fridge. You got a badge to clock in, but no house to go home to. You sleep on couches, in cars, in extended stay motels, because rent is just too heavenly high. I witnessed it for 5 years, and I saw it with my very own eyes. A single black mama with 2 kids picking shifts like puzzle pieces just to keep the lights on, but still apologizing that they have to eat cereal for dinner. A Latino brother in the warehouse all day and in fear all night, looking over his shoulder because ICE doesn't need a reason, they just need a rumor. A white sister living in rural America, hooked on hope and hooked on dope, trying to find a way out through work that's breaking her body before she can rebuild her life. A trans worker just trying to survive, surrounded by smirks and slurs from HR who say we're inclusive, but turn a blind eye when the hate shows up on the floor and in the break room. A 70-year-old working 10-hour shifts because Social Security won't secure anything but a spot in the food pantry line. And I had to ask myself, is this what freedom looks like? Is this what justice feels like? How do we call this a democracy when dignity has to hustle just to stay alive? This isn't fiction, but this is real economy. This is America's underbelly where labor builds wealth, but can't seem to taste its own sweat. And so we didn't wait for permission. We wrote our own invitation because we ain't asking from crumbs from Master's table. We're building a new table all together. We're building our own script. And And if you believe in justice, do you believe that justice is worth the bruises? Do you believe that justice is worth the fight? Do you believe that Amazon can be defeated, Trump can be denied, and the people still can rise? Do you believe that the billionaires can be routed, fascists can be routed, and the people, God's ordinary people, can rise? If you believe that, I ask that you join our fight. Scan that QR code, take out your phone. Then what are we waiting for? Let the billionaires hear us in their bunkers. Let the system feel you in its bone. Let the future know that we are here. We are the ones who've been counted out and locked out. We are the ones who still believe that the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And let the redeem of the Lord, let the workers, the teachers, the farmers, the fast food workers, the steel-toed workers, the miners, the coders, the gig hustlers, the queers, and the trans and kin, and the least of these say so.